I know this show is called Major League Mixdown, but do I have to talk about the Rangers right now?
Yes, you do. You are contractually obligated.
Contractually obligated to who?
I don't know who, but isn't it weird to have a show that is all about Major League Sports yet you don't talk about one of the sports that's in your logo and in your intro? You've only talked about hockey like once on this channel. Come on, give us something!
Quick off-season recap. I mean, they did, as some of you may know, they did trade their captain, their previous captain, Jacob Trouba, to the Ducks. They also traded one of their longest tenured Rangers to the Ducks as well, and Chris Kreider. Now, personally, I was super surprised when, the Rangers made the decision to part ways with Kreider, but sources indicate that he had requested a trade. So, I mean, at least they didn't handle it like they did Trouba. That was actually disrespectful to Mast. But, honestly, it is what it is, I just find it funny that you trade both the captain and a long tenured player both to Anaheim. Kreider killed the power play last night in his home debut in Anaheim. He basically scored the game when over the Penguins. So, all right, bruh. You know what? The Rangers could use a guy like Kreider right now. And here, people were telling me he was washed. Well, he did score 2 goals in a 7-6 overtime win with the Sharks. But, I mean, back to the Rangers, all of their losses are at home. They haven't won a single home game. They're the first team to be shut out in their first 3 home games. Their home goal drought at Madison Square Garden is the second longest in league history. I mean, it's just, it's like you got guys like Mika and Breadman who shall not be named. I mean, the one bright spot we have is Igor, almost as always. A lot of his, I know a lot of people like to harp on Igor, but a lot of his, a lot of his issues are not his issues. They are more so the team's issues. There was a bit about how, Igor, he did fine, but it's just, the defense is so bad in front of him where it's, goals just slipping. I mean, there's only so much you can do. So, yeah, Igor, man, that's my go. I don't care. He's doing the best he can. I mean, he had the 2 shutouts against the Road, but, you got to score in games. So, good defense can't carry you. Start off the Western Conference. First, we have the Mavericks. Where do you think they'll be?
If they start with Cooper Flag trying to play point guard, he gets good at it. It's gonna be crazy, especially until the Kyrie comes back. They'll make the playoffs for sure, and I don't see them being anything lower than.
I held a lot of malice towards the Mavericks, not so much the players, mostly their front office, because I'm still not over that Luka trade.
Yeah, nobody is.
So you know what? Listen, Nico, you want to call again? You gotta make this work.
Clay, hopefully he's be consistent. Megan Thee Stallion, don't throw my boy off. They said he might go for 13 threes in a game this year just because he got Megan Thee Stallion now. He's really good.
Yo!
You know what I'm saying? Him with his girl now, he's happy. He's smiling. He got the haircut. He don't got the nasty fro no more. Clay might be back.
Next, we have the Nuggets. Now, if you ask me about the Nuggets before the offseason started, probably halfway through the finals, I would have told you last year they were really like the Western Conference Knicks. They got one player that they depend on, and if that one player ain't doing good, the whole team is ass.
Absolutely.
Yeah, at least they added another center to take Valanciunas to take out the pressure, take the pressure off Jokic, just a little bit. But for their sake, I think they gotta at least make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Just because listen, I mean, when you got somebody as talented as Jokic, you at least gotta get some posting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next, we have the Phoenix Suns, and I'm not gonna lie.
You're gonna get this roster.
That roster terrifies me.
Jalen Green's still there. I thought they were gonna ship him.
Oh,
Mark Williams is there. That's nice. Pray for D-Book.
I don't think they'll be competitive, especially not in the Western Conference.
Absolutely.
I don't even know if I want to put them at 500. That's how much I don't believe. Because the last time I believed in the Suns was, ironically, the postseason where they got smoked by Luka. I can never put my faith in them again.
Yeah, they were bad. And they had a complete team, too.
Next, we got Golden State.
Okay.
Because the Golden State's one of those teams where it's it's the end. I think it was especially 2023, where it's the atrocious Klay Thompson performance.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm just this has to be over. This is you're gonna waste the last years of Curry.
Yep.
Time and time again, it has been proven that karma does not exist in this league, because not only do the Warriors sort of have a squad.
They got is some changes need to be made. They need to add some youth over there in Golden State.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh, they're probably at the end of at least make the playoffs. I see playing it because team we have is the Houston Rockets. They held their own against the Warriors in the first round of playoffs.
They did hold their own.
They did. I'm very proud. Now, with KD, I'm gonna need y'all to at least make the playoffs.
At least.
Listen, I'm not gonna say finals or bust because they're not. I don't have those sorts of expectations for them because keep in mind this is still very much a young core. Hey, Reed Shepherd, we might see a leap from him too.
That's what I was gonna touch on next because, like I said, I was talking to somebody else and they said that Reed Shepherd is going to be able to take a big jump this year with Fred VanVleet being out. We're going to see more Reed Shepherd, and I think Reed Shepherd is going to have a pretty good season. But do I think he's going to be able to get that starting position and be at the one and help carry this team to the playoff run? I think that's a lot for the expectations for a second-year player.
I'm not going to say y'all making it to the finals because OKC is very much still a team.
Yes.
So I do have high hopes. I'm believing in y'all.
Absolutely.
The Clippers. Hey, listen, is Kawhi going to be here? Because like a lot of the questions you have about this team and their success is dependent on like Kawhi, whether
It's super on Kawhi.
it's been that way ever since he's been in LA.
That's a great picking up Rick Lopez, being able to shoot the ball, now they have big men who can do both things. So now that they got both big men that can be able to do things, stretch the floor, and you got a big man that can be able to be a great presence in the paint, I think that does help out the Clippers a lot.
There wasn't a lot of buzz about James Harden, but like, I still think he's kind of underrated in his role in the Clippers in the sense that like he was putting up all-star numbers, so it's okay.
It's like John Collins being on that team, a great addition for the Clippers.
I don't even know, like they're not gonna be trash 500, but the Western Conference is so like deep and complicated to where I can't like sit here and be like, I can't like I don't know. I feel like to call them like Stark 500 is almost an insult.
Yes.
But yeah, next team we have is the Lakers.
On paper, they just always look pretty good, right? You have names that you see, and these players have flourished on other teams, and when they get to the Lakers, it just doesn't all come together.
Yeah, I will probably put them in that Clippers tier. No, I just renamed it to will probably meet the playoffs.
They probably.
Probably. I mean, they're interchangeable. I mean, listen, it's the same thing it's the same thing about the Lakers in the playoffs. I said the same thing with the Suns. I can't put my expectations too high because then you'll just go and disappoint me. Oh yeah, that's right. I was about to ask, do they have a center on that roster aside from Jackson Hayes?
DeAndre Ayton is their pickup.
I mean, listen, if I were to be like a crazy Laker fan, I'd probably say finals or bust. You must bring one back. No, just stop it. We both know you're not getting there. Especially not with JJ Redick as your coach. I mean, I know it's not even his rookie year as a coach anymore.
Right.
But, like, you got two of the greatest players gift wrapped in your hands. For his sake, you're probably going to have to go a little further than just the first round.
Absolutely.
But it depends on who you match up with. If you match up with the team, if you match up with the playing team, hey, I'm not.
Absolutely.
You got to do it. But if you match up with, like, the Rockets.
Or get a 10.
Yeah, put the fries in the bag, big buddy. You're done.
Yeah,
so we got the Grizzlies. I don't know. I really don't know where to put them. I think they'll be like 500.
Or lower.
It could get scary really quickly, man.
Absolutely.
Now, the Timberwolves, I mean, I mentioned this like briefly last episode about how like, I think the leap that Ant had to take was mostly due to the absence of Karl Anthony Towns.
Yes.
That like they didn't really have nobody that was making things anyway. But I mean, I'm not going to say finals or bust, but
it's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Because pretty close.
The expectations are high on that whole team, honestly. I mean, listen, who is even the second option on the team? Because Rudy Gobert has no offensive bag. So, like,
Randall?
Them dubious handles? You want to put your faith in him?
Dante DiVincenzo? Like, they have names. Names.
It's just like, can I even put my faith in you?
And they haven't made any big pickups. Mike Conley, he's getting up there in age for me, man. And it's just like sometimes he just doesn't produce.
I feel like he can't be. I feel like, listen, they got to figure it out by next year. But like going into next season, he cannot be your starting
point guard. I don't think so.
He could come off the bench if you want to, but you got to find a long-term solution for that point guard problem. They're like at the cusp of finals or bust. But we're not too much because Yeah, listen, it's still scary.
Yeah.
What are we saying about New Orleans?
Out of all the teams out the West this year, I do want to watch the Pelicans play. Jordan Poole being over there, having a healthy DeJounte Murray, but it all relies on Zion. Everyone knows that. He looks, the skinny hype is there. He does look skinny.
Is he gonna do the bait and switch again? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. But Zion Williamson is the key for the Pelicans season for sure.
I don't know. Because injury bugs can come again, and I'm a little doubtful. I'm going to put them towards the end of the you'll be like 500.
Yeah.
Above the Bulls, but still below the Celtics because I don't know.
Right.
I don't. Next we got the Thunder. Are we putting them in finals or bust? Because, their roster terrifies me.
For the sake of the show, we need somebody to be in the finals or bust category.
Yeah, because...
But I would not be upset if they're doing it.
Like, I'm not gonna listen. It's in the league of parity. It's really hard to repeat. And I mean, people said this about the Celtics at the start of last season, but they're looking terrifying.
Yeah.
And unless they have some unnatural injury bug or like whatever happened, like I don't see them not making the finals this year.
Absolutely.
Let's start with the Spurs actually. So what we thinking?
Listen. This is going to be the most popping that's been in San Antonio since Tim Duncan and them was there. Wemby coming back healthy, defensive player of the year. I think this team is going to be pretty good. But the only issue for them is they're in the Western Conference.
If the Spurs were in the East, this would not be a conversation.
Absolutely.
They're definitely, if they're in the Eastern Conference, they definitely make the play-in at the very least.
For sure.
Listen, they got Kelly Olynyk, they got Luke Cornett. Oh my God.
Yeah, they they got
I low-key believe, but and they got Nkongo, Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castles, my boy.
Hopefully have a phenomenal sophomore
Sexta, bro. We still listen. So for say, I see them being 500. They're probably in between the Celtics and the Bucks for me, but not too much. It's all subject to change.
Right.
Now Portland.
Mops.
Do we not believe?
I'm not watching one Portland Trailblazers game.
We don't believe.
Forced. I'm not. I watch highlights. I don't think I can dedicate my night to turn on NBA League Pass or whatever they're on because I don't think they're gonna get many televised games. I'm gonna be forced.
So they have 7 nationally televised games. The Suns twice, the Mavericks, the Wolves, and then 3 road games against the Warriors, Celtics, and Clippers. Oh my God.
All losses.
Okay, compromise. I was gonna put them under 500, but since you're dead set on that amount, let's just put them in trash.
Big booty. They booty.
Utah. Well, so how do you feel about the Utah Jazz? Is that just an automatic amount?
See, the difference between Portland and Utah with their Lamal is Portland, you have a young team.
Does Kevin Love move you? Does Yusuf Nurkic move you? Does Georges Niang Hoops move you?
No. I like it.
Bamba, bro.
Mo don't want hoop. Mo didn't want to hoop since the song dropped. Since the song dropped, Mo ain't want to hoop since. He just been crying and doing everything else but hooping. Ever since the song dropped, no. The song is more famous than it. Come on. I'm funny that's the last team.
Yeah, because it was just announced that Russell Westbrook is signing with the team.
Bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know.
Monk still got it. He got one more in him. So,
I think they're just going to be bottom of the barrel. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I like Meek Clifford. I watched him in the tournament at Colorado State. He's a great, big presence for them. He's young. I think he's going to have a pretty good rookie season. He's older. He's mature. But, yeah, the Kings aren't going to do anything. Doug McDermott is on my screen. I can't.
We have to put them in the trash.
Yes.
Listen, between this... Yeah, sure. Listen, between this and you accusing me of hating Jackson Dart, I don't really know what Jackson Dart hater.
Oh.
We're not doing that. Okay. So I guess fine. Okay, fine. We can start off NFL coverage that way. So, the Giants won the game.
I think it's kind of 2 different halves of the season, right? Because you had the Russell Wilson era for 3 games. And, you know, Cowboys was great, but it's clearly an outlier. He wasn't going to replicate that. And now you infuse some excitement into this team with Jackson Dart and, of course, Cam Scadaboo. I mean, that guy runs just, he got it. Like, he'd run through a wall for this team. Like you say that about a lot of players. He actually would. He looks for walls to run through. So,
You know,
I'm really excited. I think he only has like 3 years in the league before his body gives out on him. Those 3 years are going to be some of the best in Giants history.
Scat facts. I look at
Well, you saw, man, Russell Wilson went and he was on that field for like a minute and like, bro, they threw him off the field. It's just pure comedy at this rate.
I seen it. I've seen it. I've been there, done that as a Steelers fan, dealt with that last season. Oh my goodness. Because mind you, we had Justin Fields starting prior to Russell Wilson getting coming back from injury. And we were winning. We were on, like, we lost one game. I think we were 4-1. He came back. He had one good game. Mike Tomlin kept him in the game. And then after that, it was just downhill. And I'm just like, and I love Russell. He's a great guy. So when you start talking about he's a great guy, you know the career is pretty much done. When you start talking about other stuff, oh, he's a great guy. He's a great family man. He's a great dad. When you start talking about that,
Great locker room presence.
yeah, you already know. It's time to hang it up. It's time to hang it up. It's dark time.
it's real Giants fans got to be the happiest 2-14 in the league. Besides,
When you put it like that,
I mean, it's better than what we've had. Well, don't get me wrong, okay? Love him. Absolute UConn legend, Tim Boyle. I had to watch him play actual NFL football last year. I watched him in person. I paid money to go watch him lose against the Ravens. I love Tim Boyle.
The Jets, they're 0-6. So, like,
God, is that bad?
yeah, they're 0-6. They lost against Denver. Oh,
It's so bad.
it's so over.
That's such a bad team.
Yo.
Oh, you guys used to basically trade at quarterbacks, too.
That's insane.
But,
Oh my god.
man, I'm rooting for Aaron, man. Aaron Glenn, please please. They say he'd be over there smiling and happy on the sidelines. He ain't got not one win. There's a fat zero on that left column.
He's a great coach.
He's a great
coach.
and it just
And he has the pieces on defense, but they just won't build an offense.
can't get it. They can't get it going.
They don't care.
It's so insane. It's bad, man.
The bottom of the
Dog.
we're still
On win yet?
yo.
Like, what's their rating?
They got like coming up. Okay, they could beat the Browns. They could beat the Panthers.
Can they even be?
Well, if they don't beat the Browns,
They could beat the Browns and Panthers.
Hey, listen. I mean, listen. If they don't win one between the Panthers, Bengals, and the Browns, I mean, I see no winnable games in your future because you got the Patriots,
they don't win a damn.
Falcons, the Dolphins. I mean, maybe the Jaguars. Actually, no, I take that.
You could probably beat the Saints.
If we lost against the Saints, how are the Jets gonna win against the Saints?
Because they should have lost against the Saints.
Oh my, that he is.
So Tyler Shugging here.
No. Bro,
Well, look at that smile.
Yeah, that ain't good.
he's 26.
Look at
a
that.
rookie. He's 26.
That looks like the type of guy that could get you a number one draft pick.
You know what? You might have to talk to a Saints fan about that because
Who? Yeah, that's also fair. There we go.
I don't know. You gotta go scourge on Twitter.
Yeah, they got a cool stadium. I like their stadium.
Oh, this is so much.
Good for
They're
them.
so good. We're talking about how good
That's
the
how.
stadium is.
That's how you know.
Okay. Oh man.
Place.
Let's see. Do you want to talk about the Steelers against the Browns?
Finally, we get some Steelers love on this show, man. We ain't getting no Steelers love since I've been on this show.
Everyone wants to talk about.
All right, we what? 4-1 going into this week. We play Thursday night against the Bengals with a beat up Bengals. Joe Flacco coming in. He's been our kryptonite like almost every time we play him since we had our rivalries with him back in Baltimore. Hopefully we go into this and we play well. We need this because I looked at our schedule, right? And it's gonna be a gauntlet at the end of the season. We have it. This is our second division game. Our first game in division was against the Browns last Sunday, and that was in week 5. So we got the Bengals. Then after that, we have Green Bay. Then we have the Colts. We have the Chargers. We have the Bengals again. We have the Bears. Mind you, I have not said the Ravens yet, right? So this is giving time for Lamar to come back and get healthy. I don't need any of that. Then we have the Bills. Then we have the Ravens. We have the Dolphins. Then we have the Lions. Then we have the Browns. And then we finish off the season with the Ravens, like we did last year. And that was the game that set us up to where we had to play the Ravens in the first round of the playoffs. That we don't want to deal with that. Offensively, our offense is bad. One tied 24 with the Cardinals and offense. We only have 10 touchdowns. Like it's bad, right? But that DK and Aaron Rodgers connection has been getting better. Arthur Smith, don't screw me over, man. I'm serious. Let's get this offense together. Defense, Slay. Then you're supposed to be one of the big guys. They saying you washed. I hope not. And I look at you sometimes and they be throwing it right at you.
I go back to the Giants now. I didn't know we were going that deep. I mean, let me give a 10-minute rant about Darius Moose.
No. I'm not editing.
Listen, man.
The entire thing. I promise.
It's justified.
The other two games we're going to talk about, Kansas City versus Detroit. Are the Chiefs like, oof? And Chiefs like, fine. Like, are they good? Are they okay? Are they mid?
I don't know.
I mean, listen, I know we were like, hey, they killed the devil magic, but hey, listen.
I think the Chiefs still have a chance this season. I'm not going to.
I mean,
You see what I did there?
oh my gosh, man. Listen, you keep messing around, they might just. Okay, never mind. Baltimore has lost 4 straight in a row. They're talking about firing the head coach. Should they?
Harbaugh?
They're trying to get rid of him? I mean, there were discussions about from the media standpoint, like, oh yeah, should the Ravens fire their head coach?
No, I mean, he's one of the best coaches in the league. You can't blame him for Lamar Jackson getting hurt, just like you can't blame Zach Taylor for losing Joe Burrow. I mean, you have these great coaches. You're not going to get rid of them. It's hard to find a good coach in the NFL. I mean, the Titans fired their head coach after less than 2 seasons. You're not just going to get rid of a coach because your quarterback gets hurt after he's done so much for your franchise. And I get the whole thing, like, he can't get over the hump. Hasn't been able to in the last few years at least. But it's just ridiculous to say now, because you've lost maybe the best quarterback in the NFL, yeah, it's time to get rid of him because of that. After you're losing.
And it was never that. The issue was their defense. They was letting up the most points in the league while scoring some of the most points in the league. They will lose games while scoring 30 points, 35 points a game. That is ridiculous. So that defense, and then everybody's hurt is in shambles. We got Kyle Hamilton hurt, Humphreys hurt. Everybody's hurt in that team, and unfortunately, I like that as a Steelers fan. And I hope that it kind of stays like that. Obviously, I wouldn't wish no injury on nobody, but if that's what God says is going to happen, I can't. Who am I to change what the man above says? Right? Am I saying? All right, I'm just saying.
It's a poorly constructed roster, too, because even beyond a defense that is bad, why is Cooper Rush your backup quarterback? It's not the style of football you play. You have a backup quarterback where you have to completely change the offense if your starter goes down. And then when Huntley comes in, it looks all right because that's a similar style offense.
You preach. Yeah.
Hey, man, cook up.
It's not his fault. It's the GM's fault. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They said Lamar Jackson is the Aaron Judge of the NFL. All right, bro.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, brother. But hey, I mean, that's it for NFL. I mean, come on, Dad. Come on.
Here we go. All right, Phillies.
I mean, they lost Game 4 in a brutal way, man. Heat of the moment. Once I saw it, I'm like, oh, there's no way JT's catching that. And I think the salt on top of the wound is that he literally did not touch home plate. He went back, touched home plate, and that's what he hit. But I think a lot of the blame has to come with the Phillies offense because where were y'all? I got an APB out for everybody. I mean, it's nasty work. You wouldn't be put in that position if your offense has scored up some runs. Because the Phillies offense, they're great during the regular season, but postseason comes and you're just can't do nothing with this.
It would be an interesting offseason, you're right, because, you have free agents like Schwarber, you have Real Muto's going to be a free agent. They certainly have prospects they can move. So I think that's where they're going to go. They have to address the outfield in some way because it wasn't good enough this year. Obviously, Harrison Bader comes over and has a great few months for them, but you just need it from the start. You need another bat. You need another big-time bat because I think it's a very top-heavy lineup. Like you said, they have all-around hitters, but it is really top-heavy. Real Muto regressed. Harper's going to hit that eventually. I think we've already seen he's not really reaching his peaks anymore.
The other NL team that got eliminated was the Cubs. So what do you think about them? I mean, Kyle Tucker is going to be a free agent, so...
Yeah, I don't know, it's hard. I mean, if you're going all in Tucker, especially 1 year, I don't think they're going to bring him back. I just don't think they're going to spend that kind of money on one player. At the end of the day, you need rotation help. There is rotation help out there, even if it's a guy like Zach Gallen who doesn't end up being moved. Guys like that, even if you want to go all in for a guy like Sandy Alcantara, who definitely would have helped you. And then you kind of see that rotation is just not good enough. They didn't have an ace come playoff time. And it's really hard to win a playoff series if you don't have an ace. because you look at a team like the Red Sox again, they have a guy like Garrett Crochet who just dominates the game, and it's a free win.
The Tigers, I low-key, I knew it was coming because it's like, with that collapse towards the end of the regular season, it's like, you still scooch your way. You didn't fall too far, so, like, you didn't make the playoffs, but, like, it was looking scary. But, a lot of the issues came to rear their heads, man.
Yeah, just another team doesn't have the rotation depth, need to make a better move at the trade deadline. They go out and get Charlie Moore, and we saw how that worked out. Nobody should have expected him to really be in a position to start playoff games.
How ironic that Seattle won that game because Tommy Kahnle.
Yeah, I love Tommy King.
Change up, man.
Yeah, he's throwing fastballs, too. He came out firing fastballs. I did not know what was going on. I'm not used to seeing him say that.
6 pitches, man. You got 6 fastballs and 10 changeups. So, both Milwaukee and the Blue Jays are down 2-0 in the championship series. So, which one do you want to start?
Well, I think Milwaukee has a chance to come back. I don't
You
think the
think
Blue Jays
so?
do. Out of the two, if I had to give one a chance, I'd give it to Milwaukee. I honestly don't think that this series is going back to Toronto. I don't think we have any other teams left. Do we?
Do we?
I don't know. Do we?
You know what? Go first, man.
You want to talk? No.
Go first.
But where do you want to start?
Where else do you start? Where else do you start?
Judge had a great postseason.
He beat the narrative, but at what cost?
Judge had a great postseason. Cam Schlittler, 2 great starts. Really establishing himself as a member of that rotation going into the next season, which is really exciting. Ryan McMahon almost had a legacy game there in Game 4. Some great defensive play. David Bednar, thought he looked pretty good. Trying to think.
Cam had as great as an outing as one can.
Help me out here. What else saying?
Help you out here.
That's good
I
happening.
can't help you. I cannot help you.
In all seriousness, the Yankees, this wasn't going to be their year. I think most fans would have conceded that going in. You need to upgrade from Volpe at this point.
I heard he was dull.
I don't know if it's time to move on, but, whether it's getting him time in the minors, getting him a bench role, he's still a useful player. Definitely. Is that what you think? Definitely. He definitely is. At the end of the day, he is a great defender. He didn't have a great season, but we've seen that he can be a great defender, especially if you move him over to a guy like a backup second baseman, your utility guy. Kind of even the role that Caballero is playing right now without the outfield. He can steal you bases coming off the bench. He's a useful baseball player who's been thrust into an everyday role before he was ready.
Keep going, Thaddeus.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness, I think Jazz Chisholm is a kind of guy who you probably don't extend at this point. And, that's kind of a contradictory statement. But I just think, he's got to show it more consistently. He's not quite at that point where he's playing consistently well. I think he goes on power stretches. He can still eat bases. He's great defensively overall. Obviously, huge error in Game 4, probably the turning point of that game. And I don't think it's because of anything like attitude or just character concerns, because you hear that sometimes, especially when he was in Miami. You heard that, and it hasn't really been a problem with the Yankees. Ideally, you try to find someone at shortstop. I honestly don't think they will. I don't think it's going to be a Bo Bichette or anybody. Maybe Ha-Sung Kim, but I really don't believe that. I really don't. I think it'll be Volpe, and I think that's all right. Hopefully Caballero gets some more playing time. Volpe's usually not that bad if he can get some rest. Obviously had the torn labrum in his shoulder. I'm not personally a Volpe believer at this point, but I think you can see the front office's reasoning, at the very least. The Yankees fired their bullpen coach. I was always a Mike Harkey fan. What do you think about Mike Harkey?
Don't ask me about that motherfucker right now, bro. I had a... stay calm, no violence, peace and love on the planet Earth, right? Okay, here's what I will say. When it comes to Jazz, like Thaddeus said, he is a top second baseman in the league. A lot of the things that people are upset with Jazz about do not pertain to his playing abilities on the field. I think it's stupid, and you know what? You gotta leave him alone. That's a brother right there. Stop it. So, Jazz, you all right, man. For next year, you gonna be all right. Just tighten up on the defense, lock in, and we basically got it. McMahon, I really hope the Yankees keep him because they finally solved the third base conundrum. 2 years in a row with it's been 3 with Cabrera as your starting third baseman. I mean, as much as I love Cabrera, I think he's more of that. He's the utility. He's the guy that you used to like defensively speaking. Anyway, he's the guy that you put like just in case you're short one person. I mean, Giancarlo put on the Invisible Man Act. I don't know what you want me to say. I thought he was coming back because it's been this swing with Giancarlo. 2023, I thought he was washed, and then comes back the postseason 2024 and nukes every single ball he sees. And now, it was the surgery scare, and now we're just like, bro, I don't even know where to go with Giancarlo at this point. It's like, it's not you can trade it. I don't think anyone in the league wants to take on that contract. But, I mean, he did show up, and Aaron Judge is probably the only player who will get criticized for, like, hitting one home run despite hitting 500 and having an OPS of over 1,000. So, like, what do you want me to do? I am telling you right now, if I see Anthony Volpe, if I see him in a Yankees, if I see him next spring training, you're going to have to put me in a straitjacket. Like, fully down. Because I'm going to hurt somebody, and that somebody will most likely be you. He cannot be on the team. Now, you said that you believe he is a capable baseball player.
Yes. I did say that.
The reason why I laughed at that is because I found out some information, and my life was honestly better before I found this out. Since Volpe became the everyday starting shortstop in 2023, he is one out of 103 players to get at least 1,500 at-bats. Of those 103 players, he is dead last in batting average, dead last in on-base percentage, second to last in calculated OPS, and last of all players not on the Rockies for weighted runs created plus. What does that tell you, bro?
He's been a 3-WAR player 2 out of the 3 years of his career. And the same argument can be applied to a guy like Ryan McMahon, who's a complete zero in the lineup, right? So if you're going to make that argument about Volpe, then why aren't you making that argument about McMahon?
Because I can't defend him.
But I think Volpe can't. That's the thing. I don't think he's as bad as he was this year. I think it was a confidence thing.
He led the league in errors.
I think it was a confidence thing. I think it was a confidence thing. That's why I think.
Well, I mean, if it's a confidence thing, then the Yankees organization is at least partly to blame.
I thought it's mostly the Yankees' fault, quite frankly. I don't think it's Volpe's fault.
No, I mean, it's not, man.
At some point, you can only blame a player so much for not being a good enough player.
No, and most of it is on the Yankees because he was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the next Jeter. And that's why I hate it. This is a general sports thing that I don't like. I hate when people, whether it be front offices or organizational staff or just media in general, compare young or up-and-coming players to old greats that have already been established. The Yankees did it with Volpe and Jeter. The NBA media was doing it with Ant and Michael Jordan. You have to stop because at some point you're going to just bottleneck and the player's development will be to detriment. But like I
mean, look, at this point, I think
we have to send him somewhere.
It's 2 scenarios. It's either we get to trade or he's the opening day shortstop.
We have to send him
somewhere. He's not going to be on the bench. I think Caballero is not a starting shortstop. He just really isn't. I think he's a worse defender overall at shortstop. If you played him for a full season,
we cannot.
I don't think the bat's going to hold up as a starter over a full season. So he's definitely a bench cat. And I think
that is. Volpe had a K rate this postseason of 62%.
Yeah, he struggled. No doubt.
You saw him, he was on the 3 bats with donuts on him, and then he fakes a bunt first pitch.
No doubt. I mean, it's...
Wait, no, because at the start of this year, he came out third year, it's like, I don't think I need to make any adjustments, I just, third year in the league, I'm going to learn how pitchers pitch to me. I lose it. This is not only an issue with Volpe, it is a systemic, deep-rooted organizational problem. The Yankees cannot, for the life of them, develop any hitters. Volpe is 3rd in all players drafted by Brian Cashman in WAR. The next 2 people, Gardy has like 40, and Judge is probably up there with 60 now. But the last time I checked, For hitters drafted by Brian Cashman, Volpe is 3rd in WAR. The next, I swear to you, the next person on that it is probably it's Wells, Higashioka, and then like Tyler Wade. I don't even remember I don't. But it's like career WAR of people drafted, of like position players drafted by Cashman. It's just like a bunch of .1, the negative wars. It's just like you just can't develop hitters for the life of you. And it's like, everyone's saying, oh yeah, George Lopari's going to be the future. We thought Volpe was the future, man. It is so washed.
Can I say a couple things?
Go ahead.
First off, Red Sox fans love Cedon Rafaela, right? Great defender. He's older than Anthony Volpe. You know who's older than Anthony Volpe? Spencer Jones.
And you're telling me this why?
Because Anthony Volpe is 24 years old. Most prospects are in the minor leagues at 24 years old. He came up at 22, played a full season, won a Gold Glove. He struggled for a few years. He shouldn't be playing as much as he has. He can still be a viable major leaguer. Absolutely. He can be a good major leaguer. I fully believe that. He has plenty of time to develop. The Yankees have mistreated him. They've misused him. They've ruined his confidence. They've played him too much. They haven't given him the rest they need. That's their fault for not having a backup shortstop. But he can still absolutely be a competent major leaguer, a good major leaguer, and he could have a good season as the Yankees starting shortstop next season. So he's a better option than Jose Caballero. Unless you're going out and getting a guy like Bo Bichette, he should be the opening day shortstop. And I fully believe what I just said. I really do.
You know what? I'm happy that you didn't have so much hope. Fine, bro.
I think we should re-sign Miguel Andujar this offseason. Serious.
That's all, folks.
You ever just think about Clint Frazier?
I'm not continuing this conversation with you. Keep saying some shit like that.
You're looking at the ceiling.
Yo, I'm not continuing this conversation. That costs $150.
And it's like,
turn off this camera, bro.
And then you start thinking, whatever happened to Greg Bird? Man, I love Greg Bird.
Sir.
I'm editing.
He ended the clip.
No, absolutely.